Hi everyone, my name is Elaine and I'm taking some time out today to tell you about our very first wholesale deal in real estate. When we first started this process about 7 months ago, it felt like an overwhelming task. But once you start getting your systems in place and making sure that everything will run smoothly, once you start to get really busy, it really isn't that bad. For us it was a little bit different because we're not in the States, we are actually in Canada, and we had to find a few workarounds in order to make this done. We got our LLC in place, and once we had all our other business systems in place, we started doing our mail campaigns. And that's actually how we acquired our first property. The owner actually phoned us and asked us to make him an offer. So we sent a realtor and a contractor through to go and see how much the repairs would be. And once we had those numbers together, we started doing some more research and found that this specific property, even though it wouldn't be a great fix and flip for various reasons, like the ARV was quite hard to establish. The area didn't have a lot of sales for the last year or so, but it was up and coming. And that made it a little bit more difficult to establish an accurate or semi-accurate even ARV. But what we did find was that this property would be a great rental, since we were able to acquire it for about $26,000, and the repairs would be around $21,000, and the rental would be anything between $1,300 and $1,500 a month. So it did give you a really good cap rate. And once we got that done, we had got it under contract, and we started the title work. It wasn't as smooth sailing as we'd hoped. It wasn't a straight, clear title from the get-go. There were a few small issues on the title, one of which was just an error. The owner previously was a member of an LLC and actually signed over the deed as an individual, so that had to be fixed. And then there were a few other small issues that had to be rectified. But once we got it through title, it really wasn't a problem. We started advertising or marketing this property on Craigslist, and because it was a really good deal, it took it about 3 days before we actually got it sold. So very simple process. Put an ad on Craigslist with that specific property. The buyer phoned us, wanted to go and see it. She really liked it. She wanted to make it a good rental. She owns a lot of rentals in that specific area. So 3 days later we signed the contract, and everything was getting ready to be closed. Unfortunately we had to postpone closing a little bit because the seller wasn't available. But this wasn't a big problem for us because we needed some extra time to get the title work done anyway. We didn't make a lot of money on our first deal. It was only about $3,000. So it wasn't, for us, it wasn't really about the money. Our first deal was more about just making sure that we get everything in the right place at the right time and seeing how the process really works and how long it would take to work. Obviously, even though it was just a small amount, this was a breakthrough for us, and since then we've actually had we've been able to put another 4 properties under contract, and 2 of which will be closing within the next 2 weeks, and the other 2 probably by the end of the month. So for us, it's been a slow start, and there were times when we felt like we really wanted to actually just quit, but just keep hanging there, just keep doing what you're doing. Do your mail campaigns, make sure that you build your buyers list, keep good contact with all your buyers on your contact list, preferably add the personal touch in there. I regularly phone the people that I deal with on a regular basis to make sure that we're still in line with what they want to actually buy. And other than that, just don't listen to any negativity. Just be positive about this whole process. It is a fun process. It's a little bit scary, but it is a fun process, and once you get over the fear, nothing can stop you. So I'm hoping that somebody out there is listening, somebody who thinks that this is not possible. It is possible, and once you get over that part and the sky's the limit. So thank you for listening to this little video, and hope you have a great day.